Hey everybody, today I am vlogging. I'm getting ready today for, I almost said Thanksgiving, but I have to get used to saying Friendsgiving. Tomorrow I'm going to a Friendsgiving. I'm bringing hopefully a couple of side dishes and a dessert or two. So I'm gonna be working on those things today, getting them ready. Everything maybe except the stuffing, because I feel like maybe I shouldn't get stuffing ready a day ahead of time. I don't really know. So I'm gonna do that. But first I'm just gonna get ready or get things going here in the kitchen. I need to take stuff out of the fridge. I need to feed the cats. I have a cat that's been meowing at me. Are you ready for breakfast? He's chewing on chip bags that are in the pantry. That's great. I'm gonna make myself maybe some tea or something because here in Chicagoland it is 27 degrees. I'm absolutely freezing walking around in my cute Pusheen long sleeve shirt. It's not even a sweater, it's a long sleeve shirt. I am cold, so I need some tea or coffee or something this morning before I dive into my cooking. Okay, what mug should I use this morning? So because it's not quite Christmas, I'm trying not to jump too ahead into Christmas stuff. I've been sticking with my Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown mug because it's still, I know it's a little Halloween-y, but it's got pumpkin. So I'm trying to stick to more Thanksgiving stuff before I get ahead of myself with Christmas. So this will be my tea mug. And then I picked the Star Wars mug for my husband. I'm gonna get it out now for his coffee. So it's got Boba Fett. My husband likes Boba Fett. I'm not sure what tea to have. Should I have this peachy herbal tea? I think I'm just gonna do regular boring old Lipton. Yeah, I always keep regular tea and then decaf Lipton too, because you never know what you're gonna feel like. For breakfast, I'm gonna have toast with this new spread that I just found at Costco. It's called Nutso. It has no peanuts in it, but it's got cashews, almonds, Brazil nuts, flax seeds, chia seeds, hazelnuts, pumpkin seeds, and sea salt. And I was skeptical because it's very rough, like grainy, nutty looking. Like it looks super nutty and crunchy. But it's really, really good. I'm no longer a skeptic. I've had it a couple of times now. They say you can put on all kinds of stuff. So far, I've just been putting it on toast. So far, so good. Now, did I necessarily want a jar that size? No. But that's all they had at Costco, you know. They don't have a whole lot of variety that way with sizes and stuff, so. But it was what it was. And then, not only is that like nutty and crunchy, but then I have this whole grain bread, which has a little bit of like seeds and oats and stuff on the top. So it's like a double whammy. So this new Frozen game just came out for your phone or iPad or whatever. And I put it on the iPad. I think I'm going to try it while I'm having my breakfast. Disney Frozen Adventures. It's like a matching game. It's probably for kids, but whatevs. I'm going to try it. Okay, so the intro story was that we're having some type of party and the bridge needs to look nice. Something like that. Okay, so yeah, we're just matching. Like Candy Crush. This is your level goal. Win this level by collecting 9 or more red crystals. Okay, so we reached the goal. Then you get coins and extra points, it looks like. use snowflakes to finish tasks and decorate the castle. Oh, I get to pick now. Okay, so there's a red carpet. Choose the carpet you want for the castle. Or purple. Or this one. Well, I like the blue one. Okay, so you have to earn more snowflakes by beating the levels. And you can skip this dialogue, it looks like, but for now I'd like to read it. Okay, so then you just continue decorating, is what it seems like to me. So I think I'll play a little more later. Okay, so I'm a little bit ridiculous, but I've got my computer here set up because I need my recipes. Got my drinks, I got my remote. I have some old, not old, but like past episodes of this newish TV show called Perfect Harmony. So that's just gonna kind of be in the background. Here's all my stuffing. It's my little camera bag. I've got carrots out. I've got fresh cranberries out, sour cream, garlic, cream cheese. Then I'm gonna finish cleaning up this counter and put my breakfast stuff away, but I've got a bunch of butter. I'm not sure how much I'm gonna need, but I'm bringing a bunch to room temperature. And I've got dark brown sugar, pecans, Jiffy corn muffin mix, a can of pumpkin, some cans of corn, and saltine crackers. And that's all stuff that I think I'm gonna need in the next couple of hours. So hopefully I have everything out that I need. All I really hope for and care about is that I did not leave anything off my grocery list, that I got everything I needed from the grocery store so that I don't have to run back today for any last minute stuff. So here's the list of stuff that I'm hoping to make today. I'm gonna make cornbread casserole, glazed carrots, cranberry sauce, stuffing. Oh wait, stuffing maybe tomorrow though. I'm not sure about holding it overnight. Pumpkin bars and chocolate toffee crackers, also known as Christmas crack, but I hate that name, so I'm calling it chocolate toffee crackers. So nothing that is difficult at all on my little Friendsgiving menu. Nothing is hard. I just wanted some basic, easy-ish side dishes that were like normal for a Thanksgiving meal. Because we're having, I don't know, like 13-ish people, so it's got to be, like enough to hopefully feed that many. The first thing that I'm making is the corn casserole. I call it cornbread casserole, but the recipe technically says just corn casserole. Whatever, it's bready. So we're using a can of whole kernel corn, which I have drained. And we're also using a can of creamed corn. And we've got 1 package of Jiffy corn muffin mix. And 1 cup of sour cream. And 1/2 cup of melted butter. So all of these ingredients are just mixed into one bowl. That's it. You dump it all into one bowl, mix it, and you've got your batter. I'm going to put it in this pan, even though this is a 9x9 baking dish, and the recipe calls for 8x8. So this might be a little big. And if I have to take it out of here and put it in something a little smaller, I will. But I'm going to try it. I'm gonna butter this and see how it goes. Okay. This looks like, oh my goodness, this almost looks too small. Because if this puffs up a little bit, I don't want this to be too thick and not cook all the way through. Boy, if you went any smaller for an 8x8, I don't know. Oh, well, what can you do? Okay, I think it's fairly even, so I'm going to pop this in the oven. Here it is, and this is going to bake for about 50 minutes. Now I'm gonna work on the glazed carrots. So I've got 5 1-pound bags of carrots. Is that what I did? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, I've got 5 pounds of carrots, and I think I'm gonna use them all. I don't really know. So I'm gonna just probably go do a couple bags, and then I'm gonna steam them, boil them, whatever, I'm not sure, on the stove for a little bit to soften them up, and then I'm gonna put them on the stove top to actually do the glaze. So when I make glazed carrots, I typically cut the carrots on a diagonal so they look a little fancier. The cornbread needs a few more minutes, that cornbread casserole, so that's still in the oven. I checked it at about 45 minutes, and I think it needs really to go for the full 50, so I'm going to leave that. I've got my cranberries just starting. So this is 2 12-ounce bags of cranberries. I had 3, I bought 3, but I'm just not sure. I'm going to cook 2 down because, it'll get smaller and see how that looks. And I feel like we never, at my family Thanksgiving, we never go through that many cranberries. So this is probably more than enough. So 2 bags of cranberries. There's some orange juice, some water, some ground cinnamon because I don't have cinnamon sticks, and a little salt. And so you just mix that up and let it go and cook down, and the cranberries will start popping. And then I will kind of taste test it along the way to see if it needs any more sweetening up. The cornbread casserole is out of the oven. It smells good. This needed to me, in my opinion, a full extra 10 minutes. So the directions said cook for 50. I had it in for a full hour because when I put a toothpick in the middle, I just wasn't sure that it was cooked. But now I feel better that it's a lot more solid in the middle. And, as it cools, I think it'll keep hardening up. So I'm going to let this sit here and just cool away. I'm not going to touch that for a while. Then I've got the cranberries. They've been on low. I've had it on low and a little bit higher than this even. They're starting to pop, but I'm worried about all this liquid that's in here. I did less liquid than the recipe even called for, and it still looks really soupy. Then I'm working on the carrots, so 4 pounds of carrots is what I washed and cut and everything, or peeled and cut. This is half the carrots. This is it. This is the size of my pan. This is not a lot of carrots, so I might have to do my last 1 pound bag, but this was my first batch. I've got this. Oh, I need to turn the heat back on. Hold on. Okay, so I've got the butter. There's a little bit of the glaze left over from the first batch, but then I added some more butter, and actually I'm only doing about half the butter that the recipe calls for. These are supposed to be super duper buttery, and while I have no problem with super duper buttery, I love butter, but that's a little bit much even for me. So I halved the amount of butter, but still put in the full 1/4 cup of brown sugar that it calls for. And I'm letting this melt slowly and meld together. And then I will add the other half of my carrots, which are still sitting in the strainer. Well, the carrots are all done. This is the full 4 pounds that fit into this serving dish. So I'm going to let these cool. And okay, I'm looking at the size of the cornbread casserole. I'm looking at the size of this, and I really think it's going to be okay. I'm worried that I'm not bringing enough, that my serving size, the amount of each thing I'm bringing, is not going to be enough. But I have to remember, we're only planning on about 13 people, and other people are bringing food too. So I think I'm way overthinking it, and it's going to be totally fine. I'm trying to stay on top of the dishes as I go because I don't want them to pile up too much. So I've got just a couple of strainers or colanders, whatever you call them. I've got my mug, and I've got this big pot here that I used for carrots. And also, those are things I've got to wash. And also, I took a little scoop of the cranberries out to taste them. And wouldn't you know it, I forgot to put in sugar, which was the first ingredient listed in the whole recipe. And completely forgot. Just skipped right over it, didn't put it in. And boy, did it taste like there was no sugar. I mean, I know that the orange juice in it is sweet, but it is not enough. They were so tart. Holy cow. So I put in some sugar. I'm just gonna let it go for a while, and then I'll taste test it again and add more sugar if needed. But this is why it's very important to taste test everything you make before you serve it to a crowd. I haven't been checking things off on my list, but I'm going to now. So let's see, cornbread casserole is done. Glazed carrots are done, and the cranberry sauce with enough sugar is done. So there it is. I don't have a pink ceramic bowl to put it in. Both of these baking dishes are pink. That's how I prefer everything in life and all my cookware to be pink if possible. So I have 3 things ready. I don't make stuffing like hardly ever that isn't directly from a box. So, and I am using this easy stuff. Hold on. This time also. So, you know, I mean, for the most part, most of the work is done for you. You just, what do? You onions and celery and add some liquid, no doubt. So yeah, I'm doing it the easy way this time too. I'm just not a big stuffing maker. And then pumpkin bars and the crackers. I don't know what to start next. My poor husband is finally off of his work call. It was, I swear to God, he was on the phone for like 2 hours or something. So now it's, I'm sure past his lunchtime, but I'm finally going to make him lunch. And I really just heat it up. He's very easy to please. So he likes this tikka masala, and this is a chicken version. This pack comes with 2 pouches. Here's one of them. We got this at Costco, but you can also find these in individual packets, I think at the grocery store. I have something similar that I get this vegetable tikka masala. This is also from Costco, and then this is a pack of 8 pouches. So this is a meatless version, which he likes for the most part, except like it needs a little something. It's, I don't know. I know it sounds silly, like tofu or something in there to sort of be meaty because it's pretty mushy. So in general, he likes that though. So I get that from Costco sometimes, or this, or both, like now. And then these are also from Costco. I had to think about that. You can find these at the grocery store too, but these were a pack of 18 and they're freezable. So normally I wouldn't buy that many if I went to the grocery store and found them, but because they were the package says you can freeze them, then I figured I'd get the big bag while we were there. So I will give him one of these and 1 packet of this, and that will be his lunch. So his lunch is all heated up. This is his chicken tikka masala, and these are, I give him 2 naan breads because that's a pretty big bowl. I don't know if he'll eat all that, but one, I think naan, did I say naan? Naan bread, I think is how you pronounce it. 1 naan bread is enough. I mean, 1 naan bread wasn't enough. Oh my goodness. I'm just going to put a little foil on to keep them warm while I take it in there. I'm going to pop these in the oven for my lunch. These are Morningstar Farms chicken nuggets, so they're technically meatless. My lunch is ready. I've got my nuggets. I'm going to put them on my plate. There we go. And I have a little honey with my nuggets usually. That's just like my favorite, but I also like applesauce with my chicken nuggets, so I'll do either one. Got a little honey left that I got to use up, so I'm going to have that, and then with it, I'm going to have some chips and this artichoke, spinach artichoke and Parmesan dip. This is from Costco, so, I mean, clearly a huge tub of it. And the dent that's been made in it so far is all me. I'm not really like, or I wasn't into this type of like artichoke, spinach artichoke dip, whatever. I wasn't into it until just a couple of months ago. And I tried it at a restaurant for the first time, assuming I wouldn't like it. And lo and behold, I actually really liked it. So since we just saw that at Costco, I decided to get it. And I've been having it with some whole wheat pita chips or with these Mission, you know, whatever, these Thin and Crispies that I just found at the grocery store. So it's nighttime now. I might have taken a nap, but I felt a small headache coming on and I didn't sleep well. I typically don't sleep very well. So I was a little bit tired. So I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna ward off my headache and just rest. So I've still got to make my desserts, and then I was on the phone with my mom for a while, and we have stuff going on. So you know, I had all day to make just a couple of things, so I got plenty of time to make the desserts tonight. But I've got the dishwasher going, and my husband still is working. What are you eating? The cat's eating something she's not supposed to be eating. So let's get moving again. This is my little 2-tier tray that I got at World Market, or Cost Plus, whatever you want to call it. And so I had it decorated for Halloween, and now I have changed it to more of a fall Thanksgiving look. So I still have these same M&Ms. I haven't finished eating these, and I probably won't, but they're kind of cute, you know, because they're fall colors, so I leave them. And then I have a little Hallmark ornament. It's Donald. He's a pilgrim with a cornucopia. And I have candy corn marshmallows, which I do use regularly in my hot cocoa. And then this little glass, probably a little dessert dish, but I just use it for candy and stuff. This has some caramel apple, soft Werther's caramels. Is that what these ones were? Caramel apple. We tried these in our taste test video. I have not been eating much of these, but I also had some Halloween sale candy in here. It was Lindt truffles that were milk chocolate, and they looked like pumpkins. They were real cute. I had those in there, but we polished all of those off. And then on the bottom tray, there are just some of these ceramic pumpkins that are from Target from the dollar spot. Maybe last year or the year before, I'm not sure, but in recent years. And so I had bought a bunch of them. So I just put a bunch of these little pumpkins down here. And then my napkins are ones that I save from year to year if I don't use them up, you know, before the holiday, because it's not like they go bad. So I'll just save these in a Ziploc. So that's what I did from last year, and put them with my Thanksgiving decorations. But they're cute and colorful. I really like how like bright and colorful they are for Thanksgiving. So hopefully, maybe this year we'll actually use them up. And then this is just a wooden tray that also, I think it's got a leaf on it. It's from the from the Target dollar spot, or at least from Target. Again, probably the same time I bought these pumpkins. So I put everything there. And that's it. That's my little setup. Look what Mommy has. It's somebody's crinkly toy. It's not your crinkly toy. It's a kitty cat's crinkly toy. Look. Hugo loves crinklies. That's yours, Bubba. What? Don't bop your sister. Knock that off. Got such bad manners. I'd say that was a success. Loves crinkly. Do we have the loudest dishwasher or what? Oh my gosh. I've been trying to tidy as I go here. So I'm going to wipe down this counter one more time just before I start making desserts. And I've used up officially, just ran out of my Mrs. Meyer's orange clove spray, which smells delicious. This might be my favorite Mrs. Meyer scent. So instead of getting another orange clove, which I probably would have, I got a different scent, because had I not smelled this one, I would have just gotten another orange clove. But at my Target, they had this one. I think it's new. It's called Snowdrop. It smells like perfume. I think it smells really nice. Like, I don't know what they think snow, or even what I think snow is supposed to smell like. It doesn't smell like snow to me. It just smells like really nice perfume. So I wish I had got this in the hand soap as well, because I'm almost out of hand soap at my kitchen sink. But I only got the spray, and now, of course, at my Target, I can't find any more in this scent at all. Yeah, this one I still think is my favorite, but I'm going to, maybe not, because I'm going to use this one now, and maybe I'll end up liking this one best. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I really do feel like I'm at a department store. Like, this smells like perfume I have smelled before. So I'm gonna make the chocolate toffee crackers right now. And I read the directions, but they don't mention anything about, I don't know, like single layer. I assume you put down a single layer of your saltine crackers on your cookie sheet. Like, you don't, you know, stack them up or anything. I'm just gonna assume single layer. When these are done, I'm interested to see like how much this actually produces, you know, because I might have to do a second batch. Oh, look, maybe my cookie sheet's just a little bit big. I'm gonna open a second sleeve so that I can finish filling in this whole cookie sheet. There. It's a cookie sheet full of crackers. Oh no, I'm messing them up. Okay, this is a very persnickety little job because they keep shifting. Oh. The directions say to do 1 cup of butter and 1 cup of dark brown sugar in a medium saucepan, and you like obviously melt them down together, and then you let them boil for just a couple of minutes, and then you pour them over the saltines. And based on the comments of the recipe, this sounds like a kind of tricky step, because some people say that they boiled it for not enough time, like the 3 minutes or whatever it calls for is like too short, and then some people said they let theirs go too long or whatever. So I'm not exactly sure the consistency I'm looking for with these since I've never made these before, so I'm just going to try my best, obviously. That's all I can do, and see what looks good when it looks thicker and whatever it's supposed to look like. So that'll take just a couple of minutes to get going and melting. And then my saltines are, you know, they're right here, so they're ready to get poured over, and the oven is already preheated to 400. So hopefully as soon as that's done, it's just gonna be like 1, 2, 3 and get it in the oven. Oh boy, it's boiling. I don't know if I'm supposed to stir it while it's boiling, so I just have been very minimally. That looks like boiling to me. And it's got 2 minutes left. Okay, that's 3 minutes. Heat off, and I immediately pour this over our saltines. I got my spoon handy if I need it, I guess. Ooh, that is not nearly enough. Well, they're out of the oven, and the chocolate is on them, and I also sprinkled some chopped up pecans and just a little bit, if you see the little red and orange balls, so like a little bit of like fall colored sprinkles, just a little. So this is already not my favorite thing in the world to make. It's just not. I don't think our butter and sugar mixture made enough to go over this well without me like having to worry about it and try and spread it, but then all the crackers move, so that was a pain. And then I baked it, and that was fine. And so then as soon as it came out of the oven, I put 2 cups of semi-sweet chocolate chips on top and let it sit for a couple minutes. And then I didn't think that it was gonna like stretch far enough, but it did. You can tell that the 2 cups covered all the crackers, but it was still a pain to spread it because all the crackers move around. So it's done though. Now I'm going to put it in the oven, or not the oven, oh my gosh. I'm going to put it in the fridge for a couple of hours so that it can harden. I just put the pumpkin bars. It's kind of like pumpkin cake, but the recipe calls it pumpkin bars. I just put those in the oven. I've got my timer set for half an hour, so I will check it at that point. I'd like to know what exactly you two are doing.
It's been warm.
Getting warm. Hi, little princess. You two are real weirdos, but I love you. And if I could wear you in my jacket, I would. Ooh, you need one of those hoodies with the big pouch just for a cat.
I was just thinking about that the other
Yeah.
day. Well, not for a cat, but...
What? Yes, for a cat.
Just for bumming around the house.
Okay, but then you need to get the one with the kitten pouch. Hi, little baby. Are you happy and warm in your daddy's jacket? Yeah, I bet you are. Ooh, there goes his t-shirt. You're the only person she would let do this. What about you?
Yeah, it's not big enough.
No, the jacket is definitely not big enough. Okay, little cuddle baby. She's just ahead. She's gonna let me hold her just for a minute. Usually I can hold her a little bit and get in a couple of smooches. Yeah. But Onyxia just turned 13 a few days ago. So our baby kitten is officially a teenager. Yay! On Bob's Burgers, Tina Belcher is a member of the Tweentrepreneurs at her school. And since Onyxia is no longer a tweentrepreneur, now I just call her teentrepreneur because I'm crazy. And we're both Bob's Burgers fans. I know the kitchen lights are in the screen there, but I'm going to play Katamari on the Switch. That's me, I'm the prince. Katamari Damacy Reroll. That doesn't show up so good on the camera, but that's what it's called. Oh goodness, he talks and talks and talks. Let's see what the goal is. Be rolling inside the house. I'm 5 centimeters right now. It should be 20 centimeters. I have 7 minutes to get it from 5 to 20 centimeters. Okay. Oh no! Aw. Poo-poo. Plunk, plunk. I fell. This is not going well. Can I get candy? Yes. No snails. Too big. Like, I'm not a good turner, so I can't be as precise as I like. Okay, stop. Turn. Turn. Oh. Stop. Help. Okay, time's up. I got to 35 centimeters, 5 millimeters. Royal Rainbow. Katamari is one of my favorite video games ever. I think it's really fun. The only problem is it kills my thumbs. So my husband's taking a turn because my hands need a break. Also, Katamari has some of the best music, I think. Just the catchiest songs. I don't know, obviously, what I'm saying. I really just hum the tunes. I don't even try to say the words because I don't know them. But I think all their songs are really catchy, and some of them are funny. And I really like when you roll up certain creatures or people. We're only in these beginning levels big enough to roll up some like small animals. But once you get to later stages, you get big enough to roll up people. And then they like holler or scream, and it's really funny. And so far, you just rolled up some mice, and they have this like terrible squeaky scream, and it sounds like a person. There it is. So up in the left corner, top left corner, you can see where it says 1 meter with the black line. That's the goal you're trying to get to. And then the top right, it shows your timer. That's how much time you have to reach that goal. And ideally, you want to be bigger than the goal so that the King of the Cosmos is happier. Oh boy. That's nice. He just bonked her right in the face.
Took her cake or whatever.
Oh, we got the cat too. So the pumpkin bars, pumpkin cake is out of the oven, and it's been cooling for a while. And so all that's been going on, I've been writing in my planner, but I wanted to show you. I don't know if I've shown this before, but this is my Erin Condren planner, and I have I only have one planner, and then I have a couple of the removable covers for it. So this is my absolute favorite cover because it's a gingerbread house, and I love, 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 love gingerbread houses. They're my thing. And they're a very fun part of not just Christmas, but winter for me. I love gingerbread houses in general. Like display ones, like ones that aren't real, but like just like for Christmas decorations. I love ones that you bake yourself. I love the pre-made kits. Anything you can decorate, like I don't care. Whatever it is, gingerbread house, I love it. So I just want to show that cover because maybe you're a gingerbread nut like I am. But I kind of wish the back of the cover had like the back of the house, or even if it was like the same picture as the front. But that's okay. They're like these little round gingerbread cookies and look like spice drop candies kind of. But yeah, I love my cover. Love it, love it, love it. So that pumpkin cake is still a little bit warm on the bottom, so I'm not convinced that I should ice it just yet. The icing's ready. I'm gonna wait. What are we gonna do, little bub? He wants dinner. It's not quite time for his dinner, so in the meantime, I'm gonna sweep the kitchen. Okay, I think this is ready to go now. I don't want to use that spatula. I'm not sure the best tool to frost this with. Maybe just a regular pink spatula like this. So, the little pumpkin cake, which will soon be bars. And this does not look like a whole lot of icing. The recipe really didn't call for much, like 1 cup of powdered sugar and 3 tablespoons of butter and like a little vanilla and milk and 4 ounces of cream cheese, which is half of a package. So yeah, not very much if you ask me. So I'm gonna carefully do this because I don't want to rip up the top of the cake. This is looking like plenty of icing. They knew what they were talking about. I don't. All right, there it is. So I'm gonna leave it on this plate overnight, and this has a cover to it. Oh boy, it just makes it. Ooh, that was a close call. All right, so I'm gonna be careful because this lid sometimes pops off easily. So I'm gonna keep it stored like this overnight, and then in the morning I'm gonna cut it up. Okay, I almost forgot about the chocolate crackers. I brought them up from the basement. The pans are really cold. We have a fridge in the basement, so they were in the basement fridge, not just, you know, sitting in the basement. So you're supposed to break them up now, and I gotta figure out what to put them in too. First I gotta break, then I gotta put them in something. These are way too hard to break right out of the fridge. There's no way. There's no way I can break these. They're hard as rocks, and it said to refrigerate it too. No. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, it'll just take a little elbow grease. But this way, I think it'll be a nicer pieces. I don't need it neat. I just want it neater than being like totally broken and crunched up. Okay, so all of the Christmas crackers or chocolate toffee crackers, whatever we're calling them, are boxed up. I actually tinned them up. I put them in 2 tins, and then I'll label them tomorrow with what they are. I put a little wax paper in the tin, and then they have a nice lid, so I think they'll have a good seal on each of them. And then I gotta figure out labeling. I gotta do that so I can label all the stuff that I bring so everybody knows what it is. I'm trying our oat milk for the very first time, Lovey.
Really?
Yes, I hadn't opened it yet. We still had macadamia left. We still have a drop left. All right, Silk oat milk. This is, it actually says on there, the 0 grams sugar one. Let's see, I don't know. I don't think we've ever had oat milk before. I like it just fine. Yeah, it's good.
Good.
For no sugar, and it doesn't taste super weird to me. I like this.
Good.
Yeah. You want to sip?
No, I'm good.
Okay. It's thinking. There we go. Okay, now it's time for The Mandalorian. And, all right, pause. So far, every time I have watched something on Disney Plus, it puts in subtitles automatically, and then I have to go in, click a subtitle on anyone, and then click off. And then it takes away the subtitles. Anyway, so we are going to watch The Mandalorian now. We've already watched episode 1, and I liked it. What was your opinion? Because you're the picky Star Wars fan. So I'd like to know your opinion. As a non-diehard Star Wars fan, just a very casual fan, I liked it.
Yeah, I'm not diehard anymore.
Sad
They
times.
worn me down. Just wait and see.
Okay, he's going to
You
wait
can't
and
judge
see.
any TV show based on the first episode.
No, but I just want to know what you thought of the first
It
episode.
was okay.
Okay. And it's not Boba Fett.
Right.
Okay. And I don't know how often these new episodes are coming out, but this is like 2 in 1 week, so that's pretty good. And yeah, thanks for hanging out with me today and just watching me hang around in the kitchen and all that good stuff. So that's it. Take care, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.